Hello there, my name is Maria and welcome to my YouTube channel, The Creative Italian. I'm so glad to see you here. Tonight, or at least in Atlanta, it's tonight, I'm going to be sharing with you a very easy knotting technique that you could easily do when you want to knot jewelry. It could be a bracelet, it could be a necklace, it could be earrings, it could be anything, but it's so simple and you don't need any fancy tools to do it. But before I get started, if you would like to get a notification when I upload a new video to my channel, just hit the subscribe button. And also, if you like my video, if you would give it a thumbs up, it would really help me build my channel and attract more people that are interested in learning what I have to offer. And also, if you have any comments or questions, there's just something you want to learn, you don't see it on my channel, go ahead and leave that in the comments. And I always respond in less than 24 hours. And if you're like me, I want my question answered right away because I like instant gratification. I'm just one of those crazy creative people that want it done right away. But anyway, all kidding aside, I do respond fast. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and tilt my camera down so you can see my table. Okay, so let me just move that just a little bit. Okay, so I am going to be actually making this bracelet again. This is an 8-inch bracelet and it's 10 millimeter beads. I've got a lobster clasp on that and cotton cord or whatever kind of cord you want to use. I'll happen to like waxed cotton cord. It's very durable and there's 13 beads on this. You will want some cord, a measuring tool, like a measuring tape or a ruler, some snippers, a pair of tweezers, toggle clasp, well, of course, your beads, right? I left that out. And you will also want some nail polish, doesn't matter what color. Super glue or any kind of glue that dries super duper fast. A piece of paper and a toothpick. I forgot what this was called. Okay, had a brain fart there for a second. Okay, so the first thing that you'll want to do is before you start is you will want to measure your item at you want to measure your cord, excuse me. You want to measure your cord at least three times more than the finished length. It's always better to have more cord left over than to be in the middle of a project, you're almost done, and you don't have any more cord to work with. So what do you have to do? You have to start all over again because that is the only way. Now, I cut this cord a little bit over 2.5 inches longer than the finished length. So that's what this cord is right here. That's what I did on this. All right, now, before you get started, sometimes when you're working with waxed cotton cord or any kind of cord, if you're working with a lot of beads and you're running it through a lot of beads, sometimes the end can get soft and you can't get it through the hole, which is very frustrating. But before you get started, what I recommend is painting some polish, nail polish, about 1 inch down from the end of your cord. Let it dry, and when it completely dries, take your snippers and make it a nice, real pointy on the ends, okay? And that'll keep it nice and stiff and firm, especially when you're working with lots and lots of beads, like you're making a real long necklace or maybe you're making a triple bracelet or whatever. Okay, so now the first thing we want to do is, I want to emphasize this, we're going to add one end of the toggle clasp, but you don't want to use this end where your nail polish is because this is the end you're going to be using to go through your beads, okay? Go ahead and go to the opposite end of the cord where you don't have the nail polish and just make a loop, just like that. And go ahead and run your loop through the hole of your clasp, whatever you plan to use. Bring it up but you still want a tail down here. You don't want to bring it all the way through, okay? So it's going to look just like that, all right? Hold on to it. Take the opposite end of your cord where the nail polish is and pull down, just like that. So you basically just made a slip knot to get you started. So just to kind of hold it in place, okay? Just a slip knot. All right, now what I'm getting ready to show you is what we're going to be doing for every single knot. But this is the first one, okay? All right, so if you're left-handed, if you're right-handed, you're going to have this in your left hand, your toggle. This is not the short cord, just ignore that. That's going to be cut off later on, but we don't want to cut it off yet. Don't cut it off. All right, take your cord and lay it over your finger loosely. Then take the cord, you're going to drape it across your finger going away from you, and then you're going to come and take the cord and cross over just like that, okay? You're going to cross it over, and then take the cord after you crossed it over and take it on and come back through your loop. I'm losing it, you guys, sorry. You're going to come back and bring it through the loop. Sorry. I'm trying to look in the camera and make sure that I'm showing this right, and so that you can see it. Okay, so this is what it looks like, right? You want to keep this loose on your finger. Yeah, you want to keep it. Let me get rid of that short cord so it doesn't make it confusing. Okay, so we got this loop over our finger, okay? Now, you want to take your tweezers and go through the loop and come down. Whoops, I went right. You want to come down this way. Come down through the loop from the top of your finger and take your tweezers and go as close to this slip knot as you possibly can, okay? Now, you're going to take your cord and you're going to pull down to your left. I always like to pull down. Some people pull up, but I just can't get it to work pulling up, so I'm pulling it down. All right, you're going to pull down tight, not too tight. All right, now take your tweezers and pull them out. And then take the tweezer again and lock down on the knot at the top, just like that. All right, just like that. Now, take your tweezers and push down tight, and then let go. And there, you've got your knot, just like that, okay? Now, I'm gonna add another bead. I'm gonna add a bead. I'm gonna add another bead. I haven't even added a bead yet. Okay, so I'm gonna add the bead. I wonder if it's easier if I show it this way. Nope, it's gonna be easier if I show it. I'm trying to figure out, make sure I can show it to you guys where it makes sense. Okay. To me, this makes sense. All right, so I'm gonna drape the cord away from me, over my fingers, just like that, and then cross over it. So it's gonna be crossed over, just like that, right? Now, after I've crossed over it, I'm gonna take and feed the cord towards me under the loop on my finger, just like that. So that's what I've got. I've got a loop right here. All right, inside of this loop, you want to come from the tip of your finger down through the loop and grab the cord close to your bead. That's important. You want to get you want it to be touching the bead basically, but pressing down on the cord. Okay, now here you're going to take your finger and just take the cord and slide down to your left. And it's going to be the opposite if you're right-handed, okay? So it's going to be the opposite. Now gently take your tweezers out. Don't tighten the cord at this point with any, just don't do anything. Just leave it like it is. Take your tweezers and come down towards on top of the almost knot. And then take your tweezers and push down. You got a knot. I hope y'all can see all this good, darn it. In the video, it looks like you can see it pretty good. I hope that you can. I really do. All right, we keep doing this again. Okay, again, here's my bead. I'm going to use one finger, drape it over my finger, cross over it. So I got this crossover right here. Here it is. Then I'm going to take that long piece and come underneath the loop. Just come underneath the loop, just like that. So basically, you're making a loop over your finger is all you're doing. But you want to keep it loose on your finger after you come through the loop. You want to keep this, you don't want this to be too tight, okay? All right, now I'm going to come and feed the tweezer through the loop, and I'm going to grab a hold of the cord close to the bead. And I want the tweezer to actually touch the bead. That's where you know for sure you're getting it tight enough. Okay. Then take your cord and come down towards your left. It's going to be the opposite if you're right-handed, okay? Then slide your tweezer out, being careful not to do anything to the knot while you're doing, sometimes I've accidentally tightened this as I was pulling the tweezer out, and then the knot wasn't close enough to the bead and I had to start all over again. Okay, so then take your tweezer and hold it close to the knot and then press down. And there you go. Yep, that's it. That's all you do. One more. I hope y'all can see this and it makes sense and everything. When I'm trying to show it in the camera where you can actually see it good. I think you can from what I'm seeing on my end. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I did a crossover, then that long cord that I crossed over, I'm just gonna pass it through my loop towards me. Then come through the loop and take the tweezer and touch the bead while you're pulling down left and down. And then slide the tweezer out. Whoop. When you put the tweezer back in, you want to be as close to the knot that you just did as possible. To get as close as possible as you can. And then squeeze down. And then push down. Now, when I didn't get I didn't get quite as close on that, but it's still okay. It's not that far apart, okay? So that's the one thing you want to keep in mind. Once you get going on this, it goes fast. I mean, it really does. Yep, it goes really, really fast. Okay, here we go. I got my bead, my index finger, wrap it over, cross it over, feed the cord into the loop. Take my tweezer and go through the loop. Get as close to the bead as you can. And then come down and to the left, slip it out, go as close to the knot as you can possibly go, and then push down. And it's as easy as that, you guys. It is as easy as that. Yep. There you go, come through. Whoop, sorry, I'm blocking. There you go, let it come down and go close to the bead. Pull down. Slide your tweezers out. Go close to the cord, close to the knot, close to the cord, close as you can, and push down. Makes it nice and tight when you do it that way. Okay. Just like that. Pull the cord through. See, I'm still loose. I keep it as loose as I can without it dropping off my finger entirely. All right, now that's what I've got right here. Okay. I'm real close to the bead, as you can see. And then I'm gonna pull down. Slide it off. And then press down. Now, this is just a little thing that I'm gonna mention. When you put the tweezer on top of the knot and you get ready to push down, go ahead and go into the middle of the tweezer. Don't stay out on the end, because the weight of the middle of the tweezer will help push it down closer to the bead, because you have more leverage and you can get more pressure. Whereas if you keep it on the end, sometimes you might not get as much pressure and not get it as tight as you want it to be. This has been my experience. It might not be your experience, but I'm just sharing with you what I have encountered. And then again, it could be too that these are pointy on the ends, you know? So maybe that's the reason I feel the need to push down from the middle of the tweezer. I know it's a little thing, but you know, as I learned different things along the way and things that I've done that help me out, I like to go ahead and share that with you. So, okay, so cross over, whoop, cross over, loop it through, make your, well, I can't get it through, guys. Here we go. My hands are slipping around. Okay, there's your loop. Tweezers. Clamp down on the cord, right onto the bead, touching the bead. You can see it's touching the bead. And then come down. Pull your tweezers out. And then press down. Voila. So let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. Okay, we're gonna lay this down flat. And we're gonna make a loop close to the bead. This is real easy to do. Make a loop, just like this. Okay, gonna, hang on just 1 second. All right, sorry about that. Let me just do something real quick here. Okay. Make a loop like this. Just like that. So in other words, oops, excuse me. I'm sorry, guys. All right. So I have a loop. I'm creating a loop. Let me just do it this way. I'm taking the cord, rolling it over my finger, and then bringing the cord up underneath the bead. up underneath the, where the bead is and where the clasp is. And then take your cord and just run it through and tighten it up, just like that. Like that. And then if you want to, you could do it one more time. Go over your finger, underneath. So you got the cord traveling underneath the strand here. And then pull up like that. Just like that. So it just gives it a nice finish right there, and it's real secure too. Okay, now we don't want to cut these strands off yet. Okay, what you want to do is right where the cord is coming out, like the cord is coming out right over on this end, right there. Okay, you can see that where it's coming out. Okay, you want to take some super glue or some kind of fast drying glue and just take a little bit of the glue and lay it on the piece of paper. Take a toothpick, pick up the glue with your toothpick and just lay it right there where the cord is coming out from the loop. Take a little bit and put it right there. Let it dry for a minute or two. And then right here, you can do the same thing. Pick up a little bit of the glue and put it right there where it's coming out. All right. This has worked 100% for me and has been very, very secure. I've never had an issue with anything falling apart, you guys. Okay. All right. Now, once you've done both pieces, take your Snippers and cut. If you can cut. It's not cutting. They might be getting dull. Okay. Just like that. I've used them so many times, I probably need a new pair. Uh-oh. Okay, wait a minute. Yeah. Dollsville. Okay, they finally came off. All right, now, you can take a pair of tweezers, or you can take a pair of jewelry pliers or your tweezers if you want to, and just press that down. You know, that little piece of cord. Just kind of press it down over there where the glue is. That one's, yeah. So you can't see that little piece. Although that one is. Okay. And then over here, same thing. Just sort of press it down into the, when you cut it and the glue is still wet, you could just press it down in there and it just makes it not stick out. And it just makes it look better, okay? So there you have it. It is so easy to do. As you can see, it makes a beautiful bracelet, right? And it didn't take that long to do it. Now here's a necklace that I did, that I hand knotted recently, that I sell in my, I'm getting ready to sell it in my Etsy store. And this is a choker necklace that I did. And you can use contrasting cord, which I used the green on this, which I think made it, you know, have a little bit more pop to it. So like I said, and it goes pretty fast, and also you can use different size beads, and you could just do so much with it. You could make it a triple strand, a double strand, whatever you want to do. Anyway, I hope that you'll take this and try this technique out and let me know how you do with it. If you have any questions about it, please, leave it in the comments if you have any questions. And again, if you will give me a like, if you like this video or any of my videos, because it'll really help my channel grow. I want to grow my channel. But anyway, I appreciate you coming by and watching this video, and I hope you have fun with it, and have a great evening or a great day wherever you are in the world. Bye-bye.